Bets on what hero gets
I don't
tweaked
know.
the
Omeda
most?
team, you guys have
I
been
think it'll be
spoiling a
hard
lot
to say which
recently.
hero is
We
getting
got the
tweaked the
Opal store
most.
coming up. We got, the little the loot cores coming up. Kind of exciting stuff. But we have been talking a lot about the voice chat. Now, I'm not going to expect that we can do the
I bet I
proximity
can
chat,
get voice
but
chat banned before y'all.
still excited
Bro.
to see the
Voice chat
chat
speedrun
coming
ban.
up. So let's actually talk about it a little bit.
Yo,
Robbie,
Flows with the
why
17
voice chat?
monther. Welcome back to the Pinzo
Well, I
Flows.
think,
Appreciate it, man.
as most of us know, playing competitive games, it's way more fun if you can communicate with people versus in the middle of the action, you got to pause, type your whole sentence out, and then go again. I really enjoy playing games with my friends, and so just being able to speak to them on voice is kind of the thing that makes gaming really fun to me. And what we want to enable is, one, that you can foster those relationships inside a predecessor. So if you find
I need
someone
all
and you get
chat.
on well,
Voice
we wanna be
chat's
able to
cool. Give me all
facilitate that.
chat.
And two, when you're playing in ranked, for example, a lot of the games only allow you like single or duo. And so I think it's really important that you're able to communicate with your team. And obviously it's very difficult if people are on different platforms. You can't invite them to Discord and such. So I think putting it into the game is going to really help people just build those social relationships and then also coordinate way better. And I think that's how predecessors,
Voice chat is, I do think voice chat is a good thing for the game, guys. Voice chat's good.
Agreed.
You can turn it off
Very
if you don't want to
exciting
use
features
it.
coming
You can mute your
into
teammates if
this.
you don't want to hear them.
Now, Demande, we want to get a little bit of an insight on how this is going to work in Predecessor. How are we bringing voice chat into this game?
Yeah, for sure. So there's a couple different options going on. So you'll enter the game, and then you'll be able to connect your account, your Discord account, to the client, and then but you don't have to actually. You can, and then that'll allow you to use your main Discord account. But we do just give you like a burner account if you choose not to, that you can use or not use. So with that, once you join an actual like party, you can just speak to your teammates freely. You can mute,
Interesting.
deafen your standard voice chat tools.
Interesting.
And then you can also go into team chat in the draft and talk to everybody in draft. So right away, you can start strategizing, let people know what you want to pick, ask for swapping, banning, all that stuff right there in the draft. And then you'll get into game and you'll be able to speak to the same people if you choose to. Again, if you don't choose to, it's all optional. And yeah, it's super convenient. We've got text chat as well, along with DMs. So you'll be able to DM your friends inside Predecessor, I believe, to outside in Discord, or the other way around.
Interesting.
I think that works pretty seamlessly. And yeah, it's great. Like for example, we hold playtests, right? And we have to do cross-platform playtests because it's a cross-platform game. So we'll have people playing on like PC, Xbox, PlayStation. And I remember I was playing this one playtest. I was playing on PC, playing like Grux Jungle, and I have a Gideon mid playing playing on PS5, and like we both die in a fight. We respawn. The enemy's taking Fangtooth. We come on Don's side up to the back of the Fang pit, and he's like, "Yo, you want me to like portal you in? Do you have Hunt?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure, let's do it." And then he portals me in. We jump in. I steal it. He ults. I ult.
Voice chat is a good thing. It's a good thing
without VC. So
yeah,
super useful tools.
I think what's really cool is, so to be clear, basically we've partnered with Discord and we are integrating a Discord solution inside the client. So we'll be one of the first people to integrate that. What that means is voice and text is powered by Discord. So the quality is basically Discord level quality, which I think is basically the best. But the cool thing is,
that's cool.
It's powered by Discord, but you don't even have to use Discord. So for people that don't want to link their account, they can just play as if it was a normal game with voice chat, and they never have to interact.
So you can integrate Discord into it if you want to.
Of course, if they do decide to link their account, they can now interact with people on Discord, and in future updates, it'll also pull your friends list from Discord so that you can invite people from your Discord right from Predecessor and vice versa. And also, if you're like me and my friends are always, we
not sure if it's a great
Discord,
thing for a MOBA, but let's give it a try. I mean, they've had it in Smite for years. I think it's always been a good thing.
Your DMs will come straight into Predecessor, and vice versa. You can reply to your friends without leaving.
Right, like
Predecessor,
Smite's had
and
voice
then it
chat
goes straight
for
into Discord.
5+
So,
years, and
I think
before
it's gonna
that
be
they
really
had pseudo
awesome.
voice
There's
chat.
even more
Shout
things
out
that
to
we'll be
anyone who
adding,
remembers
like
Curse
rich
voice.
presence, deep linking, which will allow you to invite friends straight to your party through Discord. So I think it's gonna be really exciting. The start
Miss
is just
anything
voice and
good?
text
They're just
chat,
talking
and then we'll
about voice
continue to
chat,
build on that.
Felicia.
So I think it's a really cool integration, and also it works across all platforms. So it works on PlayStation, Xbox, and PC.
That's pretty huge. I don't know if you guys heard that in chat. This is a
Y'all try to forget
Discord
Curse, dude. I love Curse
integration
voice.
with Predecessor.
Those were the
That's
days.
absolutely huge. Robbie, I did want to ask a quick question. Like, have you had like another situation kind of like Demande where you got on voice comms and were able to set up a really sick play?
I don't know if we set up a sick play, but me and Stegs were playing earlier today, and we killed someone, and then we're like, "Good job." So it felt good to be able to tell him, "Good job," even though I felt like I did 99% of the work. But it was
Out of mana. Out of mana.
I knew this was coming. As soon as you started talking about it, I was like, "This is gonna."
He took
But
the
it is
kill
true.
level 1. I feel like I did most of the work, and then he got the
Yeah.
last hit. I was like, "God damn it!"
Yeah, you kind of did do a lot of the work. I mean, look, I tried. I stunned him. Okay, I did something, and that is what's important. But
Exactly.
Robbie did tell me good job, and I told him good job, and it did make me feel very good. I must admit.
And just off the back of what Robbie said about cross-platform, like it's so nice to be able to like sit at your couch or whatever and play Pred and not to have to have your phone there, like typing in Discord. Like you can just type. Like, it's crazy. It just works.
Seems pretty cool. I mean, I think voice chat is a
That's really
good thing,
awesome.
guys.
can't
I
wait
think
to see
voice chat
this
is a good
in-game
thing.
and actually start.
Again, if you're
know,
someone who doesn't like it or doesn't
saying
want to
some
use
stuff to
it
some
or
people,
doesn't want to
"Hey,
hear
you know,
people
you wanna
talking
get
to
on
them,
this? You want to get on this? Come on,
turn it off.
Come on, let's bring it on. I think that's gonna
Right?
be really
That's just
exciting.
the end of story.
Now,
Turn it off.
Stegs, We have
It is
another
that
cool
easy.
thing popping up.
We
What's
do
going on
have
next?
we do have another very cool thing popping up. Up next, we are going to chat a little bit about the next battle pass.
Voice
Yeah,
chat, but I only say
that's
calm
it.
lines
So, I
over
mean,
and
first
over.
question,
Out of mana. Out of
Robbie
mana.
Demande, I don't know who wants to to take this
Boris.
first.
That's Boris, baby.
But can we expect a battle pass soon?
I feel like that wasn't supposed to be shown.
I could take it, or Demande can. But
Leaks.
yeah, we're dropping a battle pass in 1.4, and
There's
I think
a
Demande can
leak
talk a little bit about kind of how that
in
works.
the boat.
But it's also in conjunction with the loot cores.
Oopsies, that wasn't supposed to be shown
some
yet.
Of you guys may have heard about. So maybe
That was not
Demande,
supposed
you
to
can
be
walk through the
shown
battle
yet.
pass.
Yeah, for sure. So we heard feedback on the last battle pass for Winterfest.
Well,
Most
Boris, the
people
next
loved it.
champ, I
mean,
guess.
we were pretty proud of it. It was pretty awesome. There were a couple of complaints, namely the one where it was like kind of centered around Argus. And it's like, what if you don't like Argus? Fair point. So we've decided to kind of
The cool Sarith skin.
fix that part of the battle pass, and part of that are the loot cores that we've added. So we've added a ton of loot cores into the battle pass, both on the freed side and paid side, I believe. And hopefully that should allow everybody to get something that they want. This is in conjunction with the Opal store, right? So if you are opening a ton of these cores, you will be getting some opals, be able to choose kind of what you want, instead of us kind of giving you a curated solution. That being said, this is also a longer battle pass. So this is a 60 level battle pass, which is, I believe, double from the size of our last one, which is quite huge. And you can see there that, yeah, I'm not sure if we've leaked these skins yet, but yeah, that's there's these Shadow Ops Sarith skins. This is a Shadow Ops themed battle pass.
That's cool. It's running for, well, this is not, these are not the correct dates.
Oh yeah, I mean,
So
I think you.
I was
covered
gonna
most
say
of
we
it.
know how
I
long
think
it's
just
running
to
for, but those
reiterate
dates
on
aren't
that
correct,
point
obviously.
was I'm not that much of an Argus enjoyer, so the
Sarith
battle
looking
pass
good. That skin looks
in
pretty good.
Christmas was cool, but I feel like if you didn't really enjoy the heroes that were there, it may have been a little.
I feel like for
disappointing,
Sarith
but
skins, to be able to
at least
judge a
here,
Sarith
with
skin,
the
I have
addition
to
of
see
the
her
loot
ultimate.
cores, you can get stuff for your heroes, and then also the addition of the opal currency. You can get some really cool skins that are quite exclusive through that as well. So hopefully there's something for everyone in this battle pass, both on the free and paid side. And then I think the team just did an amazing job on the Shadow Ops theme. So there's a bunch of skins there. The Shadow Ops theme.
You need to
based
do a
on
Sauron
Sareth
Sareth skin. I mean, that kind of thing would be cool.
That people really loved. So I think the Sareth skin here.
Shadow Ops theme. Yeah, I mean, we have the is the Shadow Ops Twin Blast skin in this game?
The Shadow Ops.
It is, right?
Twin Blast skin. Maybe because that's the only one I have for him, but I still use it. And I'm excited to see these ones in the game.
Because I know that was a Paragon skin, so making like a skin line to go with it is kind of cool.
Battle Pass over here,
I like it.
You know, you might see a little bit of sneaks here and there, but really exciting, really exciting.
I'm trying to figure out that there's nothing else at the bottom here to give away what other heroes are getting skins.
I'm generally just
but
excited about it.
Loot boxes, this opal thing, this is the new currency that's being added to the game. It's kind of like
giving us feedback on the Windfest one.
The opal is like a special currency that you use to buy out of like a rotating shop is the way that I understand it.
Have us take that feedback on board and put it into the next battle pass. I think it's going to be really, really cool. And I'm really looking forward to seeing
more Kai skins where he's wearing another hero. Drew.
Yeah, I think it's going to be really exciting. And two things I wanted to mention about the loot cores, which are, it's kind of tied to the battle pass. One is that we saw a lot of feedback when we announced the loot cores about the quantum cores, which are kind of the upgraded version of the iron core, that people didn't like that commons dropped in them. So we're going to be evaluating that feedback and kind of looking into potential changes there.
Good.
I think that's a good example of want to try and share things with you guys as soon
without
as possible,
seeing the drop rates.
You guys can give us feedback, and
it's
then we can
it's hard to
adjust
say
based on the feedback that you guys share with
but
us.
I do think
so
like when the lower cores, the loot cores give like they can drop like common, uncommon, rare,
log in each day,
and then having the upgraded loot cores also drop common, uncommon, rare, epic, legendary, right? They drop all 5 without being able to see the drop rates. I personally don't like that. It's like a 1% to get a common, then it's whatever. Like unlucky if that happens, right? But
beautiful. So we're getting loot cores, we're getting a battle pass, we have stuff to grind, we have daily stuff to get. Really exciting stuff. So we have things to grind, everybody. Speaking of things to grind, I mean, everyone loves to grind ranked mode, right? Ranked mode is one of those things.
Holy, wait, reset, ranked reset?
Grind it out, get as high as we can. Let's talk about that a little bit. Let's get into the ranked mode here, because I know a lot of people are on the edge of their seats.
Ranked reset?
Robbie, tell us a little bit about it.
Sure. So with ranked, we're planning on making a few improvements to rank mode, which Derek will touch on. So we're looking at season 1 to potentially start with 1.5, and the main reason for that is with 1.4, as you guys will see, we're making pretty massive changes to the game. And a lot of heroes are being adjusted. And so we want a bit of time for the dust to settle before we begin the next rank season because of how big these changes are. Okay. And we're also planning to do another rank 24/7 test with the start of season 1.5.
That's kind of understandable.
And as with our previous test, we saw some issues that we wanted to address, particularly around match quality and queue times. So this will just give us a bit more time to make sure that we're addressing some of those issues, so that we can ensure the next test is going to be as successful as possible. But I'll let Demonde talk about some of the changes that we're planning to make.
Yeah, thanks, Robbie. So we're planning on making a few changes around draft mainly. We found that people have issues with being able to declare the intent of what hero they want to play. Now, voice chat will help with this also, but we're adding an intent phase to draft. So you'll be able to hover the hero for 10 seconds that you want to play before anybody's able to ban. This should ensure that your teammates don't accidentally try to ban the hero that you want to play.
Pretty standard in other MOBAs, right? Moreover, if you guys play Smite or League of Legends ranked, that's how it goes.
A lot of feedback around how banning actually works. So if one entire team chooses Feng Mao, the other entire team chooses Feng Mao, it can ban Feng Mao on both sides, right? And this can feel to both teams like they wasted their ban. So to fix this, we've actually added a second ban to both teams and made it snake draft for bans. So the first team will ban, then the second team will vote, then
2 bans is a really good change. Personally, I don't like the snake draft. I think it's fine. If you ban the same thing, that's on you. That is your fault.
Then you'll be able to get into draft from there.
That's my
opinion.
As
Robbie said, 1.5 is the target for the start of season 1.
But having
we will
2
need
bans per
24
team
hours
is
of
really good.
downtime before that to knock everybody's rank back to kind of a area we deem fit based on an algorithm. So we won't be restarting everybody from the beginning.
Okay, it's not a hard
Obviously,
reset
if you're
then.
close to the beginning, you probably will. But yeah, so just for our Paragon players out there, like you're not going to be going back to bronze. Like, don't worry about that. But we will
not a
knock
hard
everybody
reset
back for season 1. So split 1 of season 1 should last for about 18 weeks until 1.8, and that should be enough time to be able to climb to where you belong, to be able to prove your worth and get those rewards that we're going to be giving out. We'll also be giving out rewards for season 0, but that will come a little bit later. Like that messaging will come a little bit later, and not from me on this stream. Yeah, like Robbie said, we're planning on testing that 24/7.
Yo, Ditters with the 26-monther. Welcome back, Ditters. I appreciate it, man. Welcome back. Welcome back.
So that'll be super cool. Yeah, that's pretty much all for me on ranked.
I'm just going to jump in. I've seen a couple of people ask about this downtime. We're talking about ranked downtime, not game downtime, right?
Yeah, 100%. We're talking about 24 hours of ranked downtime.
So we won't be getting a hard reset. It'll be a soft reset, which is cool.
You can instantly get into ranked. Yeah, but we need that time to basically
Epic Ginner, thank you for the primer. Welcome to the pin zone, brother. Welcome.
Good stuff. Just wanted to clarify. I saw some panic in the chat, and I was like, "It's all good. I'll swoop in."
Any reset's better than no reset? No, a soft reset is fine. That's fine.
I'm hearing improvements to the rank mode itself.
Because we have to keep in mind we're getting central servers at some point, right? At least allegedly.
Rewards, a new season dropping, another 24/7 hour. What's going on there, Choice? You good? All right. Another 24/7 test, and then 1.5. We're looking to see season 1 of a ranked start. Am I correct on all those accounts there?
Yeah, 100%.
That's pretty exciting. So that seems like it's, that's what a lot of the questions were around. So chat, I hope you're excited. Ranked mode coming officially.
OCE getting shitted on with really ranked rewards. I mean, it's a bummer. It is what it is.
I may be a silver level player. Just don't look at my account, okay? Just don't. It's fine.
I feel you, man. I know the feeling. It's all good. We'll be silvers together. Robbie can join us as well.
Bro.
It'd be my pleasure.
Holy Ace just got roasted.
Let's go. Okay, so I missed something, everybody. We have a 500 platinum giveaway coming up here. I missed it a little bit earlier.
Monday reminds you of Moist Critical in a parallel universe. Maybe a little bit.
Get some 500 plat.
Whereas Ardog couldn't make it.
It's going to be a keyword giveaway.
What is Ace's rank, though? The last time I saw his rank, he was in plat.
Leaks is the keyword.
Why would you want them to type that choice?
Leaks.
Doesn't make any sense.
There's a leak in the boat.
I don't know why. I just felt like it. So type in leaks in the chat.
Who says that, chat?
In our giveaway for 500 plats. Oh, goodness gracious.
Don't type leaks in my stream, bro.
Yeah,
There's a lot of leaks in this chat.
There's a lot of leaks in the chat. Wrong leaks. It's not LEEKS, not the vegetable or whatever.
Who typed my name?
Something like that. It is leaks.
Here comes Pinzo with the rigged claims. Okay, this guy does know what's about to happen.
Definitely.
Okay, Willow Shea does know what's about to go on.
Like a little video.
No.
Know what you're talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I didn't say anything. No.
OBS lied to me.
Does
all
leaks
I'm
mean
say.
a leak?
It lied to
Not
me.
like the vegetable.
It is not my fault.
A leak is like like a leak in a boat, where like something is dripping out that shouldn't be there.
Everybody get your last
they're gonna
little...
give us some information that we maybe aren't supposed to have.
Robbie, you have any words?
Well, I've been monkeying around lately, but that's about it.
Beautiful. All right, everybody. I'm about to pull this winner.
It's gonna be me. If it's not me, it's rigged.
Not by choice.
Sir Roy Jenkins. Yeah.
I'm choosing in 3.
Not me equals rigged.
All right. Ski Roy Jenkins. You are the winner.
That's a great name.
That is such a good name.
Not me equals
Such
rigged.
A good name.
Brilliant.
Ski Roy Jenkins. Don't forget to message us here on the Predecessor Game Twitch account with your in-game name, or just say,
I
hey,
didn't win.
Say, hey, I won. That works.
It's because they hate me.
And Stags will get to you, Skiroy Jenkins. All right, everybody. Let me look at my handy dandy.
Paid choice to pick you and he didn't. Bummer.
As I set up the next giveaway. I think we're gonna keep it. I think we're gonna.
The rest of us get 1,000 plat. No, unfortunately not.
Leaks. All right, everybody. If you haven't entered into the giveaway yet, type in leaks into the chat. That's all you got to do. Just leaks, no exclamation point. Just type in leaks in the chat for another 500 plat giveaway.
Leaks.
While we segue into a quick video.
Don't type leaks in my chat, guys.
Adios to our friend.
Typing leaks in my chat isn't going to do a whole lot.
Amazing info on the next ranked season. Demande, do you have any last words?
Yeah, for sure. I really appreciate being on the stream.
Is Choice about to like kill Demande or what?
It's always a highlight of
Demande.
months whenever.
Do you have any last words?
Can't wait to come on again and share some more stuff. But no, it's been fun.
Is Demande's getting taken out back right now or what?
So it's a game we all know and love. So peace.
All right, everybody, enjoy this video from the Predecessor Creator Guild.
Oh, I knew about this. I haven't seen it yet, though.
This is gross, bro.
Here we go, chat.
This is our year. We running the game, but this is question of fear.
I stole it!
Wanna be played?
I haven't seen this video yet. This is like a Creator Guild showcase. Kobe. Oh my god, he just domed the fuck out of him. Gross.
Oh my gosh, I'm just built different.
Okay, that's kind of sick. On. Oh, good jam. No Pinzo clip? I'm sure I was in there at the end. Joyce is gonna bell execute Demande. That's what I'm saying. Demande about to get bell ulted at the farm upstate.
Hello and welcome back, everybody. This time, it's for real. Now you know.
They made
We're joined by Blood Mortius.
Wukong
Hello.
into
Welcome
a bear.
Blood Mortius. How you feeling?
Hey, yeah, great choice, yeah.
Awesome. Are you excited to talk about what's next?
Guys, they made Wukong into a bear.
1.4 is a massive update. I've been working so hard on it over the past months, and all these hero kit
I would
reworks,
say
the
I'm
new
number one at
character,
the moment,
it's so
Hernsey, yeah.
exciting. So many big changes, and I can't wait to see them in play.
Got Demande morph? No,
Alright,
this is
Sex,
Blood.
will you
Blood's
bring us
Blood's in
into
the chat.
The name of the actual hero that I totally didn't leak earlier.
That's it. I mean, I think you all know it, but the next hero coming is, of course, none other than Boris.
Hey.
And
Big.
keep an eye out later on.
Big
in
bear
the-
time.
For the full trailer, what you saw there was
I
a
can't
cheeky
bear waiting
little
for him.
snippet of it, which is it's really cool. There's,
Guys, I'm
little
so
bit of lore
funny.
stuff around Boris, which we'll get into. We'll touch on it a little bit as Blood starts chatting about it. I'm excited. I'm very excited.
Yeah, no, Boris is great. He was
no.
actually
That
headed by a
was
different
funny, guys.
designer,
Chat, you're
Ray.
supposed to laugh when I
Who's
make
known to
really
stay,
good
but I'll
jokes.
be
You're supposed to
talking about
laugh,
him.
actually. You're
I've
supposed to
been
say ha 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 ha
helping
ha.
the process, so very
In
familiar with
chat,
the
okay?
character and its design. But yeah, in terms of the lore, Boris, we've worked a little bit harder on this narrative, and we tried to incorporate into more areas of the game. Basically, he is originally this powerful
Laugh
spiritual
track.
deity.
True.
He took the form of a bear and resided over sort of the nature of his home world. But eventually, there was this conflict.
Thank you,
and
chat. Thank
he
you for
lost this
laughing.
battle,
Thank you.
on that same planet after
Appreciate
being
it,
tracked
guys.
down and hunted. And with this, his avatar was basically stolen by what is essentially the Shadow Ops faction, as we've seen through the battle pass and stuff. It's a big theme that we got going over these updates. And basically, they are this powerful interdimensional shadow government. And in order to help them create this ultimate cold-hearted killing machine, they stole this nature deity and put it into this like cybernetic contraption.
I'm paid to laugh,
that creates
true.
what Boris is
Will
today.
Boris help you pay your rent?
Yeah, a lot of this lore we've been trying to capture
probably
in hits
not.
like VO.
I'd say unlikely. Not non-zero chance, though.
Almost as if the deity's trying to escape and be free again. But we'll also be referring into other areas of the game, like the battle pass, skin lines, and even future character stories as they come out. We'll be sort of seeing Boris through the lens of those characters as well.
It already announces team-up abilities.
True.
True.
We've been getting those snippets here and there. I remember when Argus came out, and there was all that really fun stuff that we were able to do, the puzzle and everything.
True. Who does Boris have a team up with, guys?
Now we're getting into the shadow ops.
It's got to be Grux, right?
Shadow government thing. Oh, that's really cool. That's really exciting.
It's very cool, and it's like it's kind of the beginning of us building out, the world of Predecessor as well. So over the next few updates, you're going to see that kind of evolve.
Boris throws Grux at you, bro. I would lose my mind.
It's really
That'd be
exciting.
so funny.
I've been wanting lore just like everybody else for so long, and I'm just like, every time I read more stuff, I'm like, ooh, that's really, really cool.
Flying Argus would be peak, as long as you could use your right click in the air.
Can I show the video now as Blood and Robbie take it over and talk a little bit about some kit stuff?
Dude, Choice is so nervous.
Okay, sweet.
Dude, Choice looks like he's about to cry because he accidentally showed the video earlier.
Yeah, no, so Boris, this character
Choice, it's okay.
Intended to be a jungler, but I'm sure our community will find many creative ways to find other places to play him. He is somewhat viable in offlane in certain matchups too. We've tested him there, and he seems pretty good.
Bro, Choice looks like he's on the edge of tears because he clicked the video earlier.
Ganks, really fast clear speed. He also has some high sustain, makes him a little bit more accessible. Maybe you want to play something a bit.
He has a fear,
different to like Chimera. He has similar play patterns there.
Wait, dude, his portrait looks terrible.
How does he do this? Well, we've got this short range.
Okay,
dash
his side with dude. Just side note, his portrait looks terrible.
Lashes forward,
okay, I'm just gonna throw that out there.
Does a lot of damage. It's very bread and butter, just basic ability. But to enhance this play pattern, his passive is this ramping attack speed. So you'll see these
Here with Mez is gonna hurt, true.
As he like attacks enemy heroes, monsters, and such.
So he has the same sniff that he had in Fault. If you guys played Fault,
from his back, and it will be.
Whoa, he has set ult.
He attacks with like his basic attacks and his R&B and do more damage.
Wait, dude, set ult is sick in this game. Wait, that's awesome.
It just gets mauling and mauling.
Why didn't we have set ult before?
It's super cool.
He has set ult.
Early ganks, his Q ability, he basically sniffs, and in this large.
Okay, whover's playing right now needs to turn their sensitivity up.
He's able to find the closest.
Oh my god,
target,
please turn your sensitivity up, guy playing the game.
To see that he's marked them. So there's a bit of counterplay there. You can try and escape.
Yeah, he has the same
the
sniff that Boris had in Fault.
With extreme speeds, unlike we've ever seen in Predecessor before, and attempt to dash onto you.
Please turn your sensitivity up.
So you'll see him running really, really fast. These early ganks are quite scary. Make sure you ward deep into the enemy Boris' jungle, catch him on his counts. Otherwise, you're going to be surprised by a bear sprinting at you at Mach 10. He's also got his E ability. This is a really cool one. So basically you gain a bunch of DR, like this shield. We've got this really cool like red VFX that coats him.
Okay, that was cool.
From damage. And during this time, he can still act as normal. But during it, he can reactivate it to fear nearby enemies and damage them. This works really well with his dash ability.
Okay, so his E gives him damage mitt.
Fear them back into your team.
It gives him damage mitt, and then it fears.
And then as you might have seen during the video, probably the most exciting part of his kit is his ultimate, the suplex. So he just
he sniffs forward, somebody and goes really fucking fast. His E
comes into contact with.
His E gives him damage mitt and then fears. His right click is just a little dashy swipey thing.
Towards the direction he dashed them into. And it does massive damage in the area that he lands to, so you can launch tanks into their carries and nuke them and try and blow them up. That's really fun. And you've got some cool ganking gameplay patterns where, again, you can dash through the enemy, fear them, and then ult them back into your team. You can do some cool tower dive moments with it.
Okay, it's basically Fault Boris. Like, actually, it's pretty close to Fault Boris.
It's very visually impressive. There's lots of cool gameplay implications.
It's literally just Warwick with set. I only know one of Warwick's abilities.
To Maroon 5
and it's his ultimate. So
it's super fun, super exciting ability.
Oh my gosh. Okay, Robbie. First impressions when you started playing with this kit on Boris. What did you think?
Does fear mean? Fear causes you to walk. It's like Mesmerize, except it causes you to walk away.
updates.
You can't do anything.
I
It's
always end up
basically a
picking
stun, but it
Boris
causes you to walk away from
because
him.
he's so fun. Like
That
the
ult is
other
really
stuff, the
fucking
other
cool, though.
heroes are really good, really cool, and I definitely spend time trying them. But if I get the chance to play Boris, I'm always picking him because you can run at people like insanely fast, and then you can use your fear, but you can ult them, and then the fear won't go off until you land. So what I try to do is I try to ult people into my tower, and then fear them so they run back into my tower and just kill themselves. And it's hilarious. It's like so fun. And then
the ult is
he's
really
got,
sick.
this
The
nice
fear
little
kind of,
dash,
dude. The
which I
fact
really
that the
like,
fear gives
and it's just,
damage
like,
mitt while you're charging it is
clawing
fucking
people away.
nuts.
It feels really satisfying. So
That just
he's
sounds
super
kind of
fun to
OP.
play. I really enjoyed him, and I literally like we had a playtest today, and I played him again. It's so much fun. And then his like sniffing is really funny as well, because if you don't sniff someone,
Pinzo video
he kind of feels
when
disappointed.
true.
So it's quite nice.
Also, that sniff, when you're on the other end of it, it is absolutely terrifying. When you're against it and you're just in lane, you just get this this icon above your head.
The square ability cooldown is so long. That's his sniff. That's his
cue. You're about to die. You just get it, and you're like,
I mean, dude, look how fucking fast he is, though. Like that better be on a long cooldown.
You can't see him.
In Fault, he had this.
It's
basically the same kit from Fault.
It's a really
in Fault, the key was a
interesting,
60-second cooldown rank 1.
To play against.
But you would max that ability first because it was broken.
I haven't actually. You guys keep stealing
Sniff, sniff.
Boris every time that
Meow.
play test. So I just have to keep going against him. But he's fun but terrifying. You know. I'm seeing a lot of people.
He
in
is
chat
zooming,
talk
bro.
about I put that in specifically, by the way, the ults out of the air. So Bloodlight, that's one thing to touch on as well, as that ult is directional. As well.
Yeah, you can ult upwards, which means you can grab.
That's pretty
howitzers out
cool
of
that
the
you can
sky.
dash up with his ult.
Out of the sky, it's great.
You could use it to like get
no
out
longer
of
being
pit
out
if
of
you
reach
wanted.
as a
You
melee
could use it. You
character.
can use
It's
it like
very
they have a clip in
satisfying
here where he
feeling.
takes the Skylar out of the sky,
Still
right?
a
Like
bit
that
long.
kind of thing is really fucking
So
cool.
what I'm hearing is that this isn't necessarily a lock on. It's like a short dash, basically.
Short, yeah.
Yeah, it's a dash. You can see the
Okay.
targeter go up right there when he clicks it.
So
You can see
no
the targeter.
lock on, there is a possibility to miss this and feel very
Good.
disappointed.
You should be able to whiff your abilities. Hot take.
Yeah,
You-
high
I-
risk.
Hot take. It's good if you
I
can
feel
whiff an
like
ability.
The good thing is that it's not a lock on, is that you can also use it to escape. So like we were in a team fight today, and I was like, oh, I'm
You
about
jump
to
onto
die,
the
and I
stairs
just
in
use
mid,
my ult to
like
dash in
from
the opposite
the bottom of
direction, right? So
of them to
you
the
do
top
get
ropes.
that, but
Maybe.
then you
I mean, we'll
also
have to
get
test
the
a bunch of
ability
shit.
to,
I don't know.
like, jump, aim at people in the sky, and like slam them from the sky, which feels cool. I think it feels cool that it's not a lock on, right? Like you aimed and you did something. It feels way more rewarding because you just grab like a Skylar or a Howitz out the sky, and when you miss, it feels bad, but it should feel bad because you miss. But then it makes when you hit it feeling really good.
Correct.
This is like one of the most visceral kits I've ever like witnessed. Just watching Boris fly up.
That's
in the
such
air
a
and
good clip,
slay
bro.
him down
That is so
just
good.
Like that. I
That's
can't
so
wait.
cool that you can
I
aim
am
it
not
up.
like a melee champ,
And it
main
gives it other
by any
use
stretch of the
cases too. Like you can
imagination,
use it to run away. You
but
could
I'm
use
gonna
it
be
to
playing
climb
Boris
terrain.
because this is very sick.
A pretty short
Yeah, he's a lot
cooldown. He
of
doesn't
fun.
have a whole lot of haste,
Yeah,
and
no,
that's like
I've seen some
75
amazing
seconds rank
moments during
2.
his testing. I think
He has
one of my
25
favorites,
haste
just
for
talking on
no,
that
he has
fear
35
idea,
haste or 33
and How
haste.
terrifying it is to play against him was actually a Morn.
It's
and
not that long
Boris
of a
on the same
cooldown.
Team, and the darkness came in on the enemy Sparrow. The mark was on her, and this bear just comes sprinting out the darkness straight into her and just suplexes her. And it's one of the funniest.
Gid can no
things I've
longer
just really
play,
embedded in my
assuming that it
character.
takes
So
him out of Gid ult, which I feel like
That's
it should.
so good.
It's
This also
counted as a
introduces
stun.
another mechanic,
Then
technically,
yeah, it's
into
kind
the
of rough.
game. We got mesmerized with Morn in the last one, and now we're getting a fear. So you've got a pull in and a push out. That's we're starting to see
Fear
some
is
really
kind of an
interesting
OP
and
crowd
exciting
control,
mechanics
guys.
jump into
That is an
Predecessor. How does it
OP
feel to, like,
CC.
ship these new mechanics into the game and see them play out?
It's nice to differentiate the CC a little bit.
Wonder if you can go over jungle
yeah,
walls with
really
it.
makes the character feel a bit more unique. It's
You
got
probably
the
can't go from like
run.
river over
Again,
to 2
just
camp,
means the
right?
this
But you
bear
can
is
probably go
terrifying.
from 2
Your
camp
character
down to
literally has to
river.
run away from him,
Right,
which
it
is
doesn't
really
look
awesome.
super high.
And, yeah, with the mesmerize,
But you can definitely get
logic
over
sort of
Fang
work
Pit
from
with
the
it.
Morn,
You can
it's
see
much
how far
easier
he's
to make
dashing in
without
some of
putting the
these,
fear in
right?
the
You can
game.
definitely get over
But
Fang
of
Pit.
course, we did also have the challenge.
Like even this
figuring out
one,
the
like
grab,
look how
how
far he
launches you up into
dashes.
the air.
Like you can get
It's
over
quite
Fang
tricky
Pit with
hard to
that.
figure out too, so that's like another new mechanic the character introduces, which is really fun.
I could probably watch that all day. That looks so stinking cool.
So good.
Oh my gosh. Oh, okay. Well, I'm thoroughly flushed because I can't wait to play this character. So we're expecting to see Boris drop next week, right? That's when 1.4 drops.
Yep.
Wait, is that true?
It's not next week. It's the week after.
Is it a week after?
Okay,
Yes.
okay. It's 2 weeks
Yeah.
from today.
11th.
That's what Ace
I
told
know how to
me,
tell
right?
time.
That's what he
I'm
told me
good,
in my
good.
chat like last week was 2 weeks from today. I was like, huh?
Okay.
Getting the patch early?
You kind of covered a lot about Boris. I almost don't want this
Console
video
player
to go
sensitivity,
away.
dude. It is
Maybe
hurting
that's
my
why
eyes a little bit. I will be
accidentally-
honest.
Totally accidentally.
Whoever's playing
showed it
these
a little
clips
bit
is playing
earlier.
on fucking minimum sensitivity, and it is
We
kind of
have to
hurting my
continue.
eyes.
The show must go on, and with that, we have another 500 plat giveaway. Okay, so if you haven't put leaks into the chat, no exclamation mark,
Thanks. Oh. The heck?
to enter the giveaway for 500. And if you win, don't forget to message us here on Predecessor Game, and Stegs will get you taken care of.
How many people are in
pointing Stegs
here?
out.
2K.
Confirm.
2,000 people are in the chat.
That's a good
Harry helps as
confirmation.
well.
Wonder if you can
Yeah,
cleanse
Harry
out a
does.
Boris ult? I would kind of imagine you
Very
can.
true. Shout out,
Yeah.
Carl.
Assuming it's a stun.
shout out.
I mean, I'm trying to think like what isn't
Uh,
cleansable. Knockups is about it. Maybe it's counted as a knockup.
Oh my gosh, dude, I can't get Boris launching people in the air out of my head. That must have been insane to code. That's why I'm not a coder or a game developer. I just play the game and really enjoy it.
Yeah, no, it was definitely tricky. Just figuring
Excuse
out even
me.
what pose the other character should be in and setting that up for every
Big yawn.
character. It was quite tricky, yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like fun to me.
Yeah.
All right, everybody, I'm about to pull this 500 platinum giveaway.
If it ain't me, it's
Make
rigged.
sure you
Not
type
me,
in
it's
this
rigged.
in the
Not me, it's
chat,
rigged.
'cause I'm
Not
about
me.
to pull it in 5, 4,
Not
3,
me equals
2,
rigged.
1. Mephilis.
Boris ult is just primary Lotus from
Congratulations, you
Naruto.
just
Yeah, I
won
don't know what
500
any of
platinum.
those words mean, Z
Don't forget
Kid.
to message us.
I
here
will
on
be
Predecessor
honest, I have
Game
no
once
idea what
again.
those words
Let
mean.
us know. Hey, I'm the winner. Woohoo. Mephilis _. You're such a champ. You're a winner. You didn't get grabbed by Boris and slammed into the ground.
Not yet. But you
right.
will.
He
for
will.
sure.
He will. Yeah.
Yeah. It's gonna happen eventually. We just all have to prepare ourselves for it. And honestly, if that happens to me, I'm probably still gonna be like, that was sick. Even if
I
I'm
can
on the
confirm.
It's secondary Lotus, if
I've been on the receiving end
anything.
of it a lot.
I
and
still don't know what
that
those
is-
words
that is
mean.
the feeling. Like you sure you die.
I
but you're like,
think it's
that was pretty cool.
what's the
Yeah.
thing
That was
from
pretty cool.
JoJo?
I'm
The
totally okay with
Sharingan?
that. All
That's
right.
what I think
This
it
is
is.
another topic.
That's what
that
Boris
we
ult
have
is.
teased
He has
ever
JoJo's
since the last live
Sharingan.
stream that we did, the 1.3 live stream, that there are updates to heroes, and that's why we have
Holy yes, tell us some of the heroes.
and Robbie on here to talk a little bit about some updates to some hero kits.
Yeah.
Sharingan is from Naruto. I'm
Oh, yeah,
pretty
go
sure
ahead,
that's
sorry.
from
No, go
JoJo.
ahead.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna leap in and start summarizing.
He's excited.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
yeah, he's
is
in
it?
there. He's
Yeah,
ready.
no,
Do it,
I'm
do it,
ready
Vlad.
to talk
It's
about
not.
this.
You don't
I'm
need
pretty
us.
sure it
Oh,
is.
we'll
JoJo's
sit
is the one
back.
where
We'll
they
just-
eat the
we'll sit
invisible
here.
food,
Yeah,
right?
We'll take a 15-minute break.
That's the one with the
Get a
Sharingans in it.
Drink of water.
No, yeah, feel free to jump in anytime. I just did. So yeah, just to summarize, basically, off the previous stream, the main reason we're actually
Maybe it's in
bringing
both.
out
That's
this
true,
update
Iceman.
is
It could be
because
in both.
There's a lot of things there that are loved.
Pretty common
there's a lot
word,
of things that we
Sharingan.
touch.
I see it used in a
So
lot
I
of
just wanted to
anime,
agree
so
on
maybe it's in both.
what is the importance of these reworks? So basically, we felt that Predecessor overall currently
rage
had
bait
a more
is
skill
wild,
ceiling than we
true.
desired for players. We wanted them to be able to express themselves more, especially compared to other MOBAs or MOBA adjacent games. So this is something that the update
JoJo's
is
the one
trying
where they
really
slay
hard to
demons.
fix.
No, that's
A
Jujutsu
large
Kaisen.
part of
I've
this
watched
was
that
our
one. That
hero
one's a good
kits
show.
just lacking a bit of depth and a bit of like mastery and extension of the player. And you basically couldn't become extremely powerful.
Nice bait. This is my chat right
through
now.
the heroes like mechanics themselves. So we want to elevate these to be a bit more competitive and reinforce what the
We
game
call
is
that hook,
strong
line,
at.
and sinker.
This means the sort of patch is focused on the strengths of our existing characters, reinforce those, fulfill those power fantasies, your play styles, your personalities, and basically increase the attachment to your characters in the game as
Okay,
well.
Blood. I appreciate you telling us why you're changing the champs, but also can you just tell us what the champs are,
some nerfs
please?
here and there, but we're
Show me the
emphasizing doubling
changes.
down on what makes each hero really unique, whether that's through more impactful abilities or tuning their numbers specifically to really amplify their strengths. This also does mean, as I said, emphasizing some weaknesses in certain areas to make sure the hero doesn't cover as much ground as it might otherwise currently do, and this helps just keep our roster a little bit more unique.
I only want to hear the reasoning. No changes, True. I like Blood. He seems passionate.
Have been changed.
Yeah, every single hero.
Every single one. Okay, that's good info. Every single one.
The newer ones, though, regardless, those are mostly numbers. We have sort of
disjoined. Any good changes? They talked about voice chat. They talked about ranked, and then they talked about Boris.
They've got quite a lot of strength to their kits mechanically, so we didn't need to tweak these as much as the other characters. Some of them, like those, and maybe like Argus or something, we're emphasizing minor changes. So Argus is just a very quick example where we're emphasizing like his ramping damage and some of his utility, and retaining his strong scaling, but he is generally a bit of a shorter range mage in order to access all that damage, and that's where his strengths and weaknesses will come in. And we're simply doing number changes.
Cinema incoming with character changes, dude. I'm ready to see them.
Like some ability radiuses, like his explosion on his Q and things like this, getting tweaked. Some have larger tweaks. Howitz is an example where we're adding like a mechanic to his R2000 missile where direct hits will do bonus damage. This will just reward the skill.
That's
and
cool.
The best things about playing Howitzer, which is just firing tons of missiles from afar, and the more accurate you are, the better you are,
the cool
the more rewarded
change.
you are. So we're looking into these kind of things, and then we have the really fun changes, the larger changes. Heroes like Bellica, for example, getting almost every ability changed in some way.
Yes.
Passives reworked.
Bellica does, in fact, need every ability changed. At least 3 of them.
Diving into examples of some of those.
Could maybe leave the bomb
right now.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We're going to be starting a little bit with Bang Mao.
Bang Mao.
Assassin.
Don't hurt my boy.
Yeah, talk about the assassin thing now. More specifically, yeah, we've been
don't hurt my boy.
Strength with him. He's obviously had some of that bruiser identity borrowed and brought over from Paragon.
Yeah, still has the reset. Still has reset.
Fix for. The further we lend into his strengths, the easier it becomes to actually counterplay and play around the character. So one of the big things we've done here is his Q is now a spell shield rather than like a health shield. It doesn't protect you anymore.
Ooh, okay.
The most important part about this is that his shorter trades and these like more broad durability effects.
Oh, yeah, okay. It is a spell shield. It's like a 2-second spell shield.
It's a little bit harder to use, but gives them very high reward.
It's a Grim Bubble.
So into the higher risk gameplay that assassins are usually used to. And for popping it, he actually gets increased power and move speed for temporary amount of time. So this
okay, so it has offense. Yeah, so you can see here gain power and move speed when you click it still.
As he dives into assassinate a target.
But that, dude, that's actually, that's probably a buff. That's a nerf in the solo lane, but that's probably a buff for late game Feng Mao.
Current health enhancement. Instead, we are doing a unique hero takedown passive. So this is something where you want to go kill once everyone on the map, and this will give you increased physical power permanently. So once you've killed once everyone on the map,
there's a league character with that passive.
Physical power, it's a ton of damage. It's something you want to seek to do. You want to spread your presence across the map, and it further emphasizes his strength as an assassin jungler. He still has presence in offlane. He can still be strong there. He gets it in intervals of 1, 3, and 5 unique takedowns. So this means in offlane you can still get your first takedown, and as you hit the mid game, you can gank mid lane, you can kill the jungler, get 3, and then later on you can pick up the last 2 if you need to.
My smoke alarm is going off.
His E now does damage over 2 instances rather than 1. This just slows down his burst a little bit, so players have a bit more time to react. This gives us a bit more damage to put into it, but it's also more damage if there's only 1 target present within the whole targeting area. So this means isolating targets of his E provides even more damage, and again further emphasizes sort of the mastery of Feng Mao. If you can position yourself well, you're going to get a lot of bonus damage. And this comes from the fact that, again...
Okay, so fingers crossed that my apartment complex isn't being lit on fire right now.
Finally, the most exciting
entire alarms are going
on. His R&B actually resets on takedown now. So you can dash in, nuke a guy, ult him. Now you got another dash, you got another ult. You go to the next guy and you try and kill that guy. And then you go to the next
and
guy
they're
and try
done.
and kill that guy. Really emphasize that.
Wish I would have known that was going to happen. That actually kind of scared the shit out of me.
Oh my lord! All right, well that's pretty dang cool.
All right, well if it's on fire, that's a bummer.
I'm
What did
seeing
I
a lot of
miss?
people in the chat who are really excited to hear some of the changes.
What did I miss?
And see them here in the video here. That it seems pretty excited. I saw someone in all caps say, "Is that balanced?" But I'm pretty sure you
Bang
guys
Mao
are,
RMB resets on
working
kill.
it
Oh,
on the
that's
back end.
awesome.
Now,
Wait, killer
Robbie,
takedown.
everyone knows you to be like the best assassin in Pred, of course. But have you been
Killer
able
takedown.
to play with the new
Takedown?
Bang
Okay,
Mao
that's OP.
kit?
Yeah, I have. I think the.
Well, you don't need Penumbra on this champ anymore.
The changes I enjoyed the most. I think they're all pretty awesome. But the two things that I really enjoyed is
Yeah,
one, the
dash reset. You can see it there.
Like, because it's alt resets.
Didn't see it the first time they showed
being
that.
able to dash after people. It's pretty fun. But it presents like a new layer that you.
Oh yeah, he got it on takedown there.
Because you really want to make sure you reset your dash so you can go after the next person. So I really like that. And then also the passive where you have to go after specific people and kind of take them down. I really like that because a lot of the time you'll just be chilling in the off lane and you're just having your own game.
Well, that champ's
But
gonna be
really
OP.
get a lot of benefit out of the character, you actually have to go and be active. And I think that's what Blood is really trying to encourage here. Is like, okay, you can just split push and do your thing if you want, but if you really want to utilize this character, then there's a lot to this kit that you can get.
Wait,
out
so
of
how
him.
does his passive
Kinda
work?
needs to
So
go and get active. And I
he
think
kills.
that's what the game should be about.
Whenever
right?
he
It should
kills
be
a
about
unique
interacting with
hero
other
on the
heroes,
enemy team that he hasn't
having a
killed yet, he
presence on the
gains
map.
physical
And so I
power.
really like these changes, and I think people are gonna have a lot of fun.
So if
It
he
also-
kills all 5
I think
people on the
people
enemy
say
team,
it's broken.
he
But
gets
it's
5%
also a little
per
harder.
hero.
Like, it's
So
not
he
as
gets
easy as it looks
if
to
he
reset the
has
dash
killed
all the
every
time.
person on the
So
enemy team, he has
I think it does
25%
add a bit
increased
more
power.
depth to the character too. We just make it look good in the trailer.
4%.
It
Okay,
is a little
20%
harder.
increased power. That sounds
Yeah, I mean,
awesome.
also just to contextualize a bit of that idea, we did define his weaknesses a bit more. Like his dash is now a higher cooldown, so if you don't reset it, a bit more punishment there. You can be a bit more of a sitting duck. He's also generally squishier. He's got no shield. He's not going to be buying his big bruiser items because we got more of his damage and scaling.
It'll definitely make him a little harder to play. Having the shield is a big bailout right now, right? Like late game, that shield is fucking 600, 700 HP shield. It's a big bailout.
Highs really
so it'll make him
high,
harder to play.
For Feng Mao, which is his whole
Which is a
thing.
good
It's
thing.
high risk, high reward hero of that big multi-kill fantasy.
Amazing. I'm excited. I'm
Can't wait to see what you do with
play
him.
this,
I feel like it's going to make him harder to play, but I
think
do
we
think
should
it'll
just,
raise
like,
his skill ceiling.
Let's
You're
get
good
on
at
to the
him. I
next
think
one,
you'll be
right?
able to get more out of
You
him
know,
now.
who have we got next? We've got some Grux changes.
Oh, dude, wait,
We've
his
got some
ult.
Grux
Look at his. Did you
changes.
see? I
What's
see his ult.
happening
His ult is
to
tiny.
Grux, Blood?
Well, Grux is still Gruxing.
I don't know if they said that.
Safe to hear.
His
There's
ult is
not
tiny.
Gruxing happening
His ult
with
was like
Grux,
this
that's
fucking big. It was like dick
brilliant.
dick
But
size.
the most fun change I'll talk about first is just his Q. You'll see in the video he's got this big cone now.
His
but he has to
AoE hits
channel it
twice now
over a
too.
period
Oh,
of time. So
interesting.
you can just tap it
I
and
didn't
do
see
that
that.
small grab, but we wanted a way to capture that legacy long range, like big AoE grab, big team fight moment, catch opponents
Making
unawares and
Grux pull
stuff.
bigger.
So yeah, we've added this new mechanic where you hold it down and it charges it up across the whole cone, and then release it. You get this long range.
Whoa!
It's really fun to use, really exciting, a lot more potential than it had before.
That was
And as
awesome.
you might also see you can jump Q now, so you can channel it whilst you're in the air.
Jump
so
Q?
towards your targets,
Hold
a little
up,
bit of
they are
tech, a little bit of
cooking.
Skill expression that players have been wanting. More ability casting in the air. This is something that'll be present on other
I
characters.
think Fault had that type
Victor
of
and
Q. It
stuff.
was similar.
So we look forward to seeing how players
It was
utilize
a
those to get
charge, yes,
even more
in Fault.
advantages and just more skill expression in the game. He's also had the Omnivamp removed off his passive. That's now gone. There was a common issue with Grux where you'd fight in lane and you'd build up your bleed stacks to do more damage, and then you'd hit
Oh,
full
damn,
bleed
dude,
stacks.
that's
So you're
huge.
like, well, I hit full bleed stack, so now I have to keep going because now I got my Omnivamp. So now I have to keep hitting them again, and it led into this perpetual loop of I just have to hit you so many times to get so much value out of my kit, and that's where this whole Gruxing run.
The Feng
down
Mao
the lane
nerfs, they
sort of attitude
changed
came
him.
from. So we made it a little bit.
I think
more
it'll be a
bleed,
buff,
bleed
but you have
does
to be good at
damage
him.
is still there. He just had the Omnivamp portion removed, and that's being moved into a heal on his RMB. So it's still really good for these long, drawn-out, sustained fights if you want. It heals based on
Okay.
health. The more you fight, the lower you get, the bigger the burst heal. Makes it way more
So
satisfying.
Grux
You
doesn't
get
just
that
gain
last
life
second
steal
heal
for
with the
fighting. He
RMB, restore a
heals
bunch
when
of
he
HP.
uses
They're
his
like,
right
oh
click.
god, he's just healed. I'll try and kill him again. You get him low, and then he heals again with another RMB, and it's like, oh god, I can't quite finish him off. So you really have to burst him when he gets low
Interesting.
HP.
Okay.
But yeah, it's good, better for the short trades now. So Grux has an opportunity to like just go on you a little bit, do a bit of damage.
Dude, that's
chunk you, heal back
crazy.
up,
What the
disengage.
fuck?
Allows him to compete with some offlaners in these shorter trades and not force him to be like, I'm against Kwang. I just have to full send level 1, level 2, level 3. It's the only way I can win this lane. We're trying to decentivize that kind of play and introduce a bit more strategy to the laning phase for Grux.
We love a bit.
Oh my god, that was like a 600 HP heal.
It, you know, that skill ceiling.
That was awesome.
Continue to rise and, you know, show some expression here and there. That's really exciting. And speaking of skill
Overprime had jump Q. Jump Q is just good quality of life.
That people have talked about Blink proxying a little bit. I know that that's, you know, that is kind of a higher concept, but I do believe that Grux has now had a little bit of introduction to that. Why don't you run us through that?
Yeah, so Blink is an integral part of our game, and players have been enjoying using it for offensive and defensive plays. We want to increase the skill expression and potential of this and make it a little bit more free and more interesting to use. So we've got the concept of Blink proxying, and if you don't know what this is, essentially you can start casting an ability, blink, and then you will travel to that location and use the ability there by the time the cast is finished.
Interesting.
So Grux uses this really well because he's got his RMB and his ultimate. You can start casting those, then blink onto the target, give them a bit less reaction time.
It's a good change.
You've
Very
also
good
got
change.
some really cool moments where you can dash with your crush ability, and then you can blink to extend the crush forward to that new location.
Holy,
basically.
dude,
So you
you can
surprise
flash
people
in the
with
middle of
engage as well.
Aurora ult?
And just see on screen here, Aurora utilizing it herself. Multiple abilities can now utilize this.
In the middle of the Aurora ult, you can flash? Holy.
These are all things
Well,
you can
game's
start
over.
casting, blink forward, and then
GG.
it'll
Tanks
lead
are
you to that
OP.
new location. So yeah, it just increases the skill ceiling for some of our more skilled players and allows them to do more surprise engages and flashier plays.
That is
with
awesome.
A whole range of our casts. So when notes eventually do come, there will be listed which abilities are compatible with Blink proxying.
I love it. Love it. This is super exciting.
Gold's shaking in fear, true.
Yeah, I mean I actually
This
really
might
like
make
the Grux
Quantum
changes.
Core a good
As
item,
someone who
guys.
plays mainly off lane.
Quantum Core might be a real
I
item
kinda
now.
feel, I've seen some people in chat being like, "Oh my god, that pull is insane." And don't get me wrong, I'm not like the majority of you people are better than me. The majority of you people in chat.
I'm sure it's just the majority.
Be really hard to do on controller though. I mean, not really. Depending on the
you left
ability, right?
yourself
Certain
open to that
abilities you
one.
have to be, you have to be fast. Certain abilities it's not gonna matter. Like Aurora ult is a long charge, bro. You're gonna be able to do that.
Personally, whenever I'm facing a Grux now, I find that that pull feels a little bit easier for me to judge and manage a little bit, like because there's that charge.
Richter ult flash. His ult doesn't really have a startup to it.
Try and get to the side of it.
It wouldn't really, even if you can do it, it wouldn't really be that good. The startup on Richter ult's really tiny.
So you know, it gives me a nice chance to just dash away, which is nice.
You're always in fights, core is
getting hit
good.
by
I
it
mean,
every
it's good
time,
for an
though. Let's
engage,
be
right?
honest. Getting hit
Like
with
on
it every
Aurora,
time.
like if you play like Aurora
That's what I
support with
liked
Quantum
about
Core,
the
now you're going to be
Grux
able to
changes
consistently
for
flash
the
ult
Grux
engage
where it
very
feels
consistently.
Really satisfying. And also because you can stop it early if you want to just use the shorter pull.
Fang Mao? Oh, dude, if you can flash
you
during
want
your
the
Fang
really
Mao
long
ult,
pull, you
oh,
kinda gotta
that's going to
wind
be
it up
so
and then hit
fucking
them.
good.
But on the receiving end now, you can actually dodge it, right? Like if someone's trying to grab you at a distance, you can just move out the way or use an ability to dash. And
Dude, if
so
you can
I
flash
think it just
while your
makes
Fang
it
Mao
much
ult is
more
coming down, that's
interactive
going to
when
be
you're
so
playing
fucking
against
cool.
Grux, and also makes playing Grux a lot more interactive. But you still be Gruxin, which is cool.
Still
Yeah.
be Gruxin.
Still be
Dude,
Gruxin.
that was a
Always be
100
Gruxin.
HP heal, by the way, on his right click.
Okay, cool.
Level 4.
Shall
Oh,
we
healed
move
him for
on to the next
100.
hero, which is Rampage. Blood,
Ramp.
what is changing with Rampage?
Big fish boy. What do we got?
Rampage, well, the most fun thing which you'll instantly see here is we've got this new mechanic.
They
where
have
you pick up your
overprime-
rock,
it's
leap into the
overprime
air with your R&D,
Rampage.
And you actually bring the rock with you now and smash it down into that location. It is super enjoyable to
It's
do. You're
overprime
just heaving this
Rampage.
giant piece of earth and smashing it down on top of people's heads. It seems to be a theme this patch of Boris too. People, rocks, chucking everything from the sky. But yeah, it does both the effects at the location, so you can burst people, stun people. It's
Dude,
just an
yeah,
extra
like that's a
mechanic
two-man
for him
ramp
to
stun. That's
utilize his rock.
overprime
There's still
Rampage.
ways to dodge it if he leaps up into the air with it. You can obviously tell.
That's a sick change.
Try and avoid it.
Overprime ramp was
So there's
actually
still
pretty
some
cool.
counterplay there, but it just gives him an extra option when using the rock to try and fake people out and surprise them, basically, which is really fun. But in terms of rampage, speaking from going on a rampage, his passive is sort of redesigned a bit to reinforce this. So basically, when he's getting CC'd, he'll receive extra healing and tenacity. This will allow him to stop repeat CCing from being such a problem for him. He'll be able to keep moving forward against enemy compositions of high CC, and hopefully increasing his healing will be able to survive a bit more in order to access the backline. He still has the normal health regen that's increased in the jungle, but it's not increased out of combat anymore.
Okay,
but
interesting.
Yeah, there's this extra layer to it, basically. And then just something smaller that we added to him is his E passively now grants him extra physical power based off his health.
Oh, I'm back.
It opens up some build his damage scalings and such. We don't really have a lot of physical power tank itemization. It's something we might look into in future. But for now, we basically want to be able to either build Bruiser, get a lot of value out of that, and he's tuned around that.
Wait, dude, Grim bubbled the jump and then the rock hit him. I would lose my mind. What? He bubbled the ramp jump and then the rock hit him anyway. I would mauled.
Love it, love it. Robbie, have you played around with Rampage at all in playtests?
I haven't played him in a playtest, unfortunately, but I did play with him in the editor. And I found the rock change pretty cool. Like, I'm pretty scared of Rampage now. Like, he's just jumping out of nowhere with a rock on me, and I'm stunned. So, yeah, he's definitely
still
a bit more
have to throw the rock after jump. Does it auto do it? It doesn't throw it, Anthony. Anyone inside of your jump AoE gets hit by the rock.
People feels quite nice.
We love the slam dunks. We love it.
It's just if you have the rock in hand when you jump, it's anyone in the jump AoE just gets stunned.
Like
it's over prime rampage
earlier, because coming up next, I do believe, is Kalari, another assassin, another spooky little character to go up against.
Oh, this guy's playing Kalari off lane. Cringe.
Yeah, Kalari has quite a lot of big changes coming in. So
baby steel slam. I mean, kinda.
From, Paragon, we added this new ability, the Death Mark, but we never felt it was like a fully suitable replacement for how the character could play. It didn't fulfill her play fantasy as much as we wanted to. It was just sort of what we had with the resources at the time, and now that we've got a little bit more, we've decided to shift things around a bit and be a bit more creative. So her Death Mark is now part of her passive. She still has her triple jump, but she's able to passively apply Death Mark to a target. She can only have one applied at a time, so you have to make sure you choose your target carefully, and it does have a per target cooldown, so you can't just keep repeat applying it after it pops. So yeah, that's now moved there. Her new ability on E, she basically launches up into the sky, and then she can choose a target nearby to dash straight towards. And the damage of this is increased based on whether she has the Death Mark applied. So you come in, you throw your dagger at the target, you jump up into the air.
Yeah, this is kind of like Overprime's Kalari E.
It's really cool. It's a really fun new ability. It adds like this vertical aspect to the kit that is only improved by her triple jump. You can do some crazy things where you triple jump into the air, then E into the air and jump onto a target. You can E into the air.
So she can Death Mark everything, basically.
Stealth during all this, you can try and be elusive with targets. So you've emphasized her vertical mobility quite a lot. There's like a lot of cool little maneuvers you can do with this. Her stealth itself no longer actually
that's a cool ability. It looks cool.
Sort of reinforcing the gameplay pattern that we want you to stealth near targets but not onto them. So you want to throw daggers at them from afar. So we got rid of that mechanic. It still does a basic attack reset for jungle if you want to use it that way. But yeah, we reworked that a little bit. She also has more uptime on it, more speed as like compensation for losing this damage, and she also now gains increased health regen based off her physical pen when she's not seen by the enemy teams. This isn't just using the Q. This is like if no one sees you on the enemy team, just walking around your jungle, fighting jungle monsters, you have more health regen.
Oh, interesting.
Late game,
that's kind of neat. You can see right there, she has the health regen.
Jungle, help her clear. She does
that's pretty cool.
In the early game because she has like no AoE abilities.
Swap the passive and E. No. She still has triple jump on her passive.
Move in and out of
her E tosses her into the air, and then she can teleport to a target, or like dash to a target. It's like a lock on.
Back in, do damage again, try and weave her way in and out of fights. And then finally, her ultimate is now more of a finisher. We didn't want her
Dude, oh my god, stop buffering.
Opening with it as much. So we've got this new E ability. You dagger them, you E onto them, you do a bunch of damage, and then your ult does more damage based off the enemy HP.
Okay, so her ult does execute damage now.
Kill them, and then that's your chance to escape afterwards. So we basically like changed up her gameplay loop a little bit to reinforce this.
So her ult does
assassin-like
execute damage
identity, and ability-based assassin identity, and yeah, giving her a little bit of sustain.
I'm scared. I'm scared. As an ADC main, and not a very good one, I'm scared. Okay, thanks, Blood. Thanks for that.
No problem.
Interesting.
Robbie, I know, once again, you are the assassin master here. How do you feel about Lori's kit?
Yeah, see, she goes up and then she teleports onto them or dashes onto them.
The Mute ability is a ton of fun. I definitely have been enjoying her a lot more. She feels a lot more. I think this is kind of the theme as well, is just to make heroes feel more interactive. Like there's more things that you can do with them. So I feel like she's a lot of fun. I also feel like on the receiving end, she also scares me quite a bit because she can be very elusive. So yeah, I think she's going to be very interesting for people to play. I think they're going to enjoy her, but you also now have to really think about how you're going to play against Kalari, which I think you should. Like a good Kalari is probably going to be a big problem, but there's definitely ways that you can counter her.
Yeah, see, she jumps into the air and then she goes back in onto somebody.
That's my counter.
Always an option, yeah.
Well, also, you know,
she is fast as fucking stealth,
we're
bro.
only showcasing
She is zooming.
some changes here, right? So you're only seeing some of the stuff that may look very OP, but you haven't seen the other stuff as well. So you kind of got to look at it in context as well.
That's it. Very, very true. Yeah. Okay. Shall we jump to the next hero? We've got 2 more to show off. Because obviously, you know, we don't want to reveal.
Who else are we getting?
Reveal everything. Gotta leave some stuff for the next couple of weeks. So next up, we have everyone's favorite, Belica.
Oh my God! Okay, good choice. Good choice to show.
Yeah,
Show me the bell.
Quite a lot of changes for Belica.
What are they doing to
as I
Bell?
mentioned before, quite a large kit rework in that regard. It's something we've been kind of wanting to adjust for a while, in terms of we felt that she wasn't living up to her full potential. So this was finally the chance to do so. And it's nice to also talk about a mage too.
Okay, that looks the same so far.
But Belica's a really good one. So one of the biggest changes is her passive.
Bomb.
Still doing the whole you max an ability.
Wait, she's triple bursting. Her auto's a burst.
These a bit more interesting. So for example, the RMB, the bomb placement, it doesn't
Her
just
auto
do
is
a bit
3
more damage
autos.
now. It instead blows up and then it has like a second like echo bomb that's left behind after, and that explodes again on a second delay in order to deal extra damage. So this reinforces like the stun combo, and again, more skilled Belicas or with more setup are able to deal more damage, and that also improves her wave clear just in a more interesting way.
Okay.
Another fun one is her ultimate. So when she's level 16,
Her
so it's really
autos
late
is
game,
it's a
it's
3-round
really
burst.
impactful. So when she kills someone with her ultimate now, it resets.
Her bomb hits twice.
So full
Okay.
cooldown resets, so not even temporary like Feng Mao. So you can go around, you can go combo with the next person, which is really exciting. The reason we're able to do this is because we've changed the R quite significantly. It's no longer targeted. Even though we just added a targeted ability to Kalari, we're trying to remove most lock-ons from the game where possible, and incentivize higher skilled gameplay. So this is it's not the most hard to hit skill shot. It's still fairly forgiving, but you can.
So her
ult's
ult's a skill shot, but it resets on a kill.
Skill shot now.
So she has Feng Mao
targets, which leans into the whole resetting thing even more so. If you're able to line up multiple targets for a kill, you're able to then shoot again and get more kills and get more resets.
Oh my God, it does
we also
reset
added a
on
bit of
kill.
utility to it.
Oh wait,
So
he's
when
just
it can't
owning
interact with
them.
the air as much, but now that she's got the
What?
ult that can target upwards. We gave it a small silence.
What am I watching?
This means if Howitzer's ulting, Gideon's
Oh, well,
ulting,
okay, that was
she now
controller
has a
diff.
way to deal with it. If she wants to utilize her ultimate for that, obviously foregoing.
So
what is
bomb hits
probably more
twice,
damage,
stun seems the
she gets a bit of
same.
utility for that. On top of that, we've got a couple smaller changes, but the drone now attacks people when you hit abilities. This is really cool.
Well, that's cool.
Because you also have the synergy of the double bomb. So the bomb hits them twice, the drone hits them twice. So you've got some cool little fun things there.
That's a cool
it's a way
change.
for her to use the drone more proactively and not just letting the enemy choose to hurt themselves when they're inside the drone radius.
Holy, is Belica
A bit
ADC
more
about to be
autonomy over the
broken?
kit. And the Q, we've given it a fixed delay instead of it traveling along the ground before it does the damage and stun. This is mainly just to stop the close range knockups being too instantaneous for people to basically avoid and counterplay, but maintaining the same sort of like stun sort of counterplay at longer ranges.
Dude, that still did 300. Like, does it do
Sorry,
300 twice?
I'm just watching.
Like, is Bellica Bomb the best ability in the game now?
I was reading chat when Declan said the alt reset, and then I don't think people realized like it's not a lock on anymore. So everyone was like, "This is horrible," and then it's not a lock on. People
This
were
character,
like,
this just looks broken.
I've never seen people change that fast.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
Yeah, maybe we should have led with that.
Yeah.
No, I think it's funnier this way, honestly.
I did want to pick up on one thing you said there, Declan. You said it was you said it was hard. Sorry, you said it was still like a relatively forgiving skill shot.
Yeah.
Kind of makes me sad because I've definitely missed them.
Yeah, me too. I actually
You have as well? Okay,
yeah,
good.
I'm like,
Dude, wait, that looks just
easy, and
OP.
I'm like, damn, I found it pretty hard.
I know, like my heart.
We
was
are
just
watching
like,
Bell ult with
this
aim
is so
assist, so
bad
keep
at
that
this.
in mind.
Play Pred.
Controller diff.
Yeah, I've seen a lot
I
of
hit
verses
those
come down to muscle
personally.
memory too. People still expect it to be a lock on when they're
Like, it
testing
just
the
became
visual.
SSSS.
Oh, flying off
True.
the other
Like, what am I
direction,
looking
shooting
at,
when
bro?
they're- oh, God.
That is
So,
true.
It definitely
That is
takes some
very
getting
true.
used to. Yeah.
Yeah. Robbie, have you had a chance to try out Bellica?
Yeah, I played because I missed the ultimate a few times, but yeah, she's a lot of fun. I really like the basic attack. You know, the actual triple shot now.
Bellica Penta's incoming. Dude, this champ looks broken.
So to me, that was pretty cool.
Like,
It
what am
makes
I looking
firing a
at?
Gun just feel pretty satisfying because it's actually 3 bullets now, 3 instances of damage.
Yeah,
which
it's
is cool.
the 3-round
yeah,
burst
I really
is
like
sick.
all the changes. I think the ultimate change is super interesting. I need to get better at hitting it, but once I do, then hopefully I can take advantage of the reset.
Yeah, no, I forgot to mention it there of the basic attack. Of the
You see the size of fake you? Yeah, I did.
Wait,
Wait, her ult didn't reset there, though.
We also give her a little bit increased on-hit damage with it, so she has
Her ult didn't reset on that
40%
kill.
on-hit effectiveness per bullet. So this also makes like prophecy builds and typhoon builds more viable on her. So we're just opening up the old options where possible. And
So it
making
doesn't
people
always
take different
reset.
roles because of it. So hopefully we see the meta evolve a little bit.
Okay. All I'm going to say
Oh,
is I've never missed
The
ultimate.
reset is only after
Mostly because
maxed out
I
at
haven't
level
played it, but
16.
I've never missed. You know, I'm just going to keep
If
that
that's
out
true,
there.
that's a
Never
good
missed an
change. I like
ultimate.
that. It's cool.
And
Reset is max
I know
ult.
the
Yeah, that's
first time I'm gonna
interesting.
play her, yeah, I'm gonna miss. Like probably my first ever ult, I'm gonna miss. But but this is a sick change. This is really exciting. I think you're really
GG.
nailing the whole like skill,
How can play?
expression part.
Bomb Echo is at
really
max rank
excited
as well.
for the
Oh,
changes
okay.
that
So
we've
early
seen
game,
so
she still
far.
only has one
We
hit
have
of
one more
bomb.
change
Level 9
go
is going to be
over,
even a bigger
and that
spike
is our
for Bell.
beefy
I like
ghost
that. I
boy,
mean, her character
Sephora.
design is supposed to be a
Oh,
scaling
wait,
mage.
choice.
The fact that
I
she
actually
didn't
got it
scale
wrong.
was
There are two.
crazy.
There are two.
Yeah, there's 2.
Two what?
We got
Two
two
more.
more. 2 more.
Two
2
more.
more. Yeah, we got a surprise one.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It was a surprise. It was
Ooh.
just-
Surprise.
Scroll down a little bit. It should be there.
Little bit of Sev
Yeah.
changes.
Yeah, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No worries. Let me just throw
Yeah.
up the Bellica one just for now, so you guys can continue to watch that.
Yeah.
While I get this.
Yeah. No, this is fine. You know, this is
Yeah,
all
2 more.
actually part of the plan.
Got here. What do you
So,
think of Boris? Looks
I know how to do
broken,
it,
but
guys.
cool.
Once
We
again,
do.
I'm good at this.
Yeah, we got this. We got
Yeah.
this. I think you're doing great.
But still, Severog is the beefy ghost boy is not
Severog.
last,
Yeah,
but
he's the next one.
he is the next one.
Okay.
Go on, blood. Go on,
Yeah.
blood.
His
Go on,
dash does do
Severog,
damage.
He's, firstly, you might
Right,
notice he's
it
a little
hit
bit
the
bigger.
minions.
There's a few characters we've done this with who actually increased their
Bonk.
size of certain tanks. We want them to feel a bit more intimidating, particularly in the later stages of the game.
Bonk.
And when you got those big shoulder pads, you should be towering over your opponent. So that's something we wanted to emphasize a bit more.
Bonk.
And speaking of the shoulder pads, the most exciting thing about Severog is definitely the passive additions. And I say additions because it's not really changed much. He still gains his stacks, he still gains his health.
Kill
on top
him.
Of that, each
Oh.
tier now has some unique effects. So we wanted to reward Severog for hitting these particular tiers and emphasize that sort of scaling fantasy and just add a bit more fun in there. So for example, his Q
Bonk.
no longer heals.
Holy,
but
25-second ult
first tier,
cooldown.
he
Hello?
gains just some
He has
normal
no
damage,
haste
which
build?
allows him to sustain the lane or sustain fights and stuff and be a bit more beefy. And all of these
He
are
has
gonna be in
25
theme with
haste?
this whole sort of drain
For a 25-second ult?
theme that is he gets as he scales throughout the game. The second tier
Dead.
is a magical armor reduction aura. So basically, nearby allied mages will benefit from this, but also himself is a % shred. Allows him to just
Interesting.
intimidate other tanks and then bring those down in the mid to late game. The third one's very fun. This brings back the old ultimate executing minions mechanic that was long gone before, but now you have it again, so you can use your ult to execute them, and it's also on a way lower cooldown, so you have access to it more. And then the fourth shoulders makes that aura that you had before also do additional damage based on target's max HP every second. So you just stand near people and they start.
Wait, so he just also has Aurora passive.
Reaper of Death that's just projecting this aura of death, and people just start falling around you. So it just makes those like tiers a bit more exciting to hit, and yeah, it's pretty awesome. He also has the dash damage now, so basically when he dashes through someone, we wanted to make the ability a bit more interesting. It does some damage based off his health, and it slows the target, so we removed the slow off the root, moved it to here, splits up his CC a bit, splits up his tools, and it's also just nice for when you dash through someone to set up your ult, you're less likely, like, you know, stakes, maybe you might whiff it if you dash through them and ult them. Now you've got a slow to help you set it up, and maybe
interesting.
More consistently.
Now
the passive changes sound OP. The rest of those changes sound good.
Person I know, and now Robbie's got blood bullying me as well.
I had to join them.
The passive change sounds broken. He just has Aurora passive, and he reduces the magic prots of people next to him.
I think I played him quite early on when we made the changes. I really like the additions to his passive. It feels like not only do you get like that visual change, but you're getting like this meaningful change.
You flash during ult wind up? My guess would be yes.
Game on stacking things.
You can flash during Aurora ult wind up. I'm guessing you can flash during sets.
He's pretty massive at full stacks, and he takes a lot of screen space, which I think is really cool because one, he has a bigger hitbox, so he can soak up more damage for your team. But two, he just feels like so big when you're like trying to, especially against an Argus, when you're beating
Great boss Sevarog incoming.
It's hilarious. Like it really
straight up Fire Blossom with their health. I mean, it's Aurora passive.
Kind of Reaper of Souls because you're just towering over him, and so
except it's just permanent. It's just always on. That shit's just on.
Yeah, me too. I really, really wish that
no longer building Fire Blossom. I mean, the dot damage passive part of it is at like max stacks or something.
On Twitter for this, I think this needs to be done. Okay, somebody remind me tomorrow.
He had 325 stacks.
Do that. I like it.
Did they? What's his limit?
Awesome.
Did they increased his limit?
The last hero that we're going to
that guy was at 325 in that clip.
I saw somebody in the chat say they've not shown any carries. And you're right, we didn't.
What's the new limit on his passive? He was at 325.
So Blood, talk us through the changes that are coming for Kira.
Yeah,
holy dude, aim assist is so fucking broken. Did you guys just see what I saw?
Some bigger changes I wanted to sort of do for that. I felt that she should have almost already had from her initial conception. These are things that we did try out before, but the power budget average of level of heroes was just too low, and this is why 1.4 is so exciting.
Thought there was never a limit. No, right now there's a limit of 300. 300 is your max sev stacks period.
Her passive now has this extra layer to it. If you fully stack an enemy hero,
oh my god, aim assist is broken.
Umbra. And basically what this does is buff Kira. And if you hit any other target whilst you have this effect, you also full stack them. And if it's a hero, you're going to refresh the duration. This buff also enhances your R&B cooldown, so this isn't tied to hitting the ability anymore. This is tied to Umbra. It's retroactive, so if you use your R&B to acquire stacks, you're going to activate the passive, activate the lower cooldown, and it also increases your dash range, which is the most exciting part because it allows you to be way more mobile within a fight. And that leans into the mechanic that I've always wanted for her, which is a resetting dash for Kira. Something that leaned really well into her ultimate play pattern. You're able to go in there, stack up the passive, and as soon as you do, dash in, ult onto everyone. And if you can kill someone quick enough, you can dash again, maybe dodge an ability. If you kill someone else, you can dash again. It allows you to easily clean up fights. It's kind of our sort of like identity as like our assassin ADC. So leaning into that higher burst playstyle and trying to nuke
So if she full stacks her passive on someone, then hits someone else, it also full stacks her passive on the next person she hits.
Diving into the middle of a team fight.
That's really interesting.
Yeah. No, that's I very much like the dash change there.
And then her dash resets on kill
just to try and get some.
Her dash resets on kill.
I can't remember what. Maybe this, but
or on takedown. She didn't get that last kill. Anyway. Dash resets on takedown.
And I found it super fun. Robbie, have you played a bit of Kira recently?
Yeah, I did. I think I found her a lot of fun. It's funny because I think people in chat were like, what happened to ADCs? It's gonna be so tough playing ADCs now, like with all these changes, but she's actually a menace. So I think the cool thing is if everyone's overpowered, no one's overpowered. And so I really like the Kira changes, and I think also it just adds a bit more skill to it. So
Interesting.
I quite enjoyed that part.
Dude, aim assist is broken. Oh my god.
This is a really exciting change. This is really cool. I can't wait to get my hands on it. I love the dash reset. I feel like that is definitely one of the things that was lacking in her kit because of how close you had to be for her ultimate. But now you dash in ult, and if you get that kill, then you're dashing right back out, or even further, like me, because I love the W key. It's my favorite key. I can't help it.
Dude, just look at aim assist, man.
Yeah, no, it's great.
God,
These
dude,
are basically
so
like
console players are
compared to all the
literally
changes that are
cheating.
coming, as Robbie alluded to, like all the carries are getting big changes. Murdoch, Sparrow, Grim, they're all super exciting, super fun. I can't wait for everyone to start playing them. There are tools and fun ideas for everyone to start diving into when the patch drops.
That's it. And you know, bear in mind, this is just,
interesting.
The tip of the iceberg, right?
I'm really curious to see what the rest of them are based on what we've seen today.
In 1.4, so I don't know how many.
Rage baiting again? No, that one's not bait.
6, 7.
That one's not bait. Aim assist is literally cheating, bro. That shit's so OP.
It's like 7.
Not the majority, you know.
Yeah.
So it's
people be like,
exciting.
yeah, I knew there was a guy
I'm
through that fog wall because my
excited
aim assist started going to him before I walked through the fog wall. Like, yeah, right, dude. That's called wall hacks. That's called
really,
cheating.
Really cool.
Yeah, super excited.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Well,
that
was a pretty beefy.
There's the guy that can 180 faster than 2 years. There's this really cool dank. Listen, there's this really cool setting in the settings menu called sensitivity, and you can turn it up.
And have been, stoking a
and
little
then
bit
your
of fire
180
of
doesn't take
excitement
10
for
minutes.
These next couple,
It's a little like hidden secret, like it's like a Paragon level strat. You guys might not know about it, but it's this setting called sensitivity.
It's really exciting. I'm very happy with it. What about you guys? How you guys feel about it?
Yeah, feel pretty excited. I think the guys did a really great job. You know, this is just what 6 or 7 of the heroes, and there's like another 30 plus to go. So there's a lot of stuff.
I'm really curious to see what the rest of the changes are, man.
That the guys have been working on, from the Discord partnership to the battle pass and all the other stuff that's also in the patch. I think it's going to be a pretty exciting time to play Predecessor. So really looking forward to the patch, and I just can't wait to play it with everyone on live.
Yeah, no, it's incredible. It's a huge patch, as you said, and as much as I love diving into like the battle pass and the big scary bear, just all the hero changes is going to make it so fun. I can't wait to see the amazing plays that people can do. Yeah, I'm just very excited to just consume content, basically.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see the rest of them now.
I'm excited. I'm nervous because with the skill ceiling going up, I've got more work to do. But it's cool, you know. We'll work on it. We'll get some coaching done. It'll be fine. It's going to be all right. No, I'm genuinely really excited for people to play it. I feel like we say it at the end of
the
every
patch drop
stream,
next
like,
week, 2 weeks, not
it's genuine
2 weeks.
excitement.
March 11th.
Like, I see Robbie and Blood playing Pred all the time. Like, I don't know when you do sleep, by the way.
We're not familiar with that concept.
I know, clearly, you know. But so when we're talking about excitement, it's genuine. Like, we actually really can't wait for you to play it. So when the update drops, please drop your feedback in Discord, in Reddit.
Dude, I'm really curious to see the rest of them now.
And
ranked reset, not this patch. Sounds like it'll be ranked reset will be the patch after.
I think so too. I'm excited to see what you think, and I'm excited to see what I think, because I can't wait to get my hands on this.
That is crazy, bro. There's some crazy shit in there.
Earn some loot cores.